Hey everybody, welcome back to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And this week we're going to pick up where we left off last week, where we compared our plugin Neve 1073 by Artura, by UAD, by Slate Digital. We compared those last week. It did a little fun shootout. Click the link in the description box if you want to check that out. This week we're going to now compare those three plugins, and we're going to compare those to my Neve 1073 hardware that I ran everything through, re-recorded, and we're going to kind of compare now all four of them together on the same set of music so you could kind of hear the difference between the three different plugins again and the hardware. So let me show you how I have this set up quickly so you can just see how I tried to do this to make this as fair and as apples to apples comparison as possible. So the first thing I did, okay, we have four sets of tracks here, okay? At the top here in blue, we have our kick through our background vocal 2, 13 tracks, small drum kit, piano, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, so on and so forth. Then I duplicated those tracks and made them here in purple, and then duplicated the tracks again and put them here in green. And then on each one of those set of tracks, so on the purple set of tracks, or excuse me, on the blue set of tracks, we have the Artura 1073. On the purple set of tracks, we have the UAD 1073. On the green set of tracks, we have the FG73 by Slate Digital. Each groupings of tracks is going down to a bus here in purple. So all the Arturas are coming down here on this track, Artura 73. All the UAD tracks are being bussed over here to the UAD bus. And then all the Slate tracks are being bussed over to the FG73. Now down here in red, you'll see a bunch of red tracks here. What I did here is I ran each one of those tracks, separately through my 1073 hardware, re-recorded each one of those tracks back into Studio One. So I processed it through the Neve 1073 hardware, brought it back into Studio One, and each one of those tracks here in red is the result of the printed hardware. And that is all being bussed to the last bus here in purple, okay? Try to make sure that I hit the input of all of these plugins and the hardware at about the same rate and tried to level match these things as best as I possibly could. So when we go back and forth and we can mute and solo each bus, and you'll be able to hear the difference between the three plugins and then finally the hardware. I hope that makes sense, okay? So all you really need to worry about is these purple tracks here. The first one being the Artura, and you can see it's labeled down here. The second one being the UAD, labeled down here. The third being the Slate Digital, and the fourth being the hardware 1073. So what we're going to do is we have a minute's worth of music, intro, verse, chorus. I'm going to first play them all the way through on each 1073 so you can hear the whole thing, and then we'll loop it around again, and I'll be switching back and forth so you can kind of hear them in real time. And again, I tried to level match them as good as possible. So you need to be listening to this on a good set of studio monitors or headphones so you can get the most out of this, and then you can decide, you know, what you like, what you don't like. What do you think? I'd be interested to hear in the comments below. I'm sure it'll drive all kinds of controversy. Okay, so here we go. Anyway, here is the Artura FG 1973. This plugin right here, which is a review on the YouTube channel, a separate video. Here's this plugin right here. Okay, so here we go. Let's listen to this and see what we have.
I know the seasons right for change, it's changing all around. I know the reasons you've arranged, they're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that are left of me. I'm alright, being away from you. I'll be fine, cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. I know I will always have this this too. A little piece of you.
Okay, so there's the Artura. Oh, and also, by the way, there are no other plugins anywhere on this mix, and the EQ section on the 3 plugins is not enabled. It's just the preamp, okay? Because the Slate FG73 does not have an EQ in it, and neither does the hardware, so it's just the preamp. Here is the UAD 1073 plugin.
I know the seasons about to change. It's changing all around. I know the reasons you arranged. You're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that I've left in me. I'm alright, being away from you. I'll be fine, cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. You know I will always have this too, a little piece of you.
Okay, and now here is the FG73 by Slate Digital.
I know the seasons about to change. It's changing all around. I know the reasons you arranged. You're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that I've left in me. I'm alright, being away from you. I'll be fine, cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. You know I will always have this too, a little piece of you.
Okay, and then last, the hardware 1073 Neve.
I know the seasons about to change. It's changing all around. I know the reasons you arranged. You're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that I've left in me. I'm alright, being away from you. I'll be fine, cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. You know I will always have this too, a little piece of you.
Okay, so there we go. So there's the 4. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the Artura again, and I'm just going to randomly, as we kind of go through the song, I'm going to mute and turn on the next bus, and then mute and turn on the next bus. So what you're going to look for is the solo being turned on each one of these buses. Again, I'll zoom in on the screen so you can see it labeled at the bottom what we are listening to. Once again, the first one is the Artura, the second one is the UAD, the third one is the Slate, and the fourth one is the hardware. And hopefully we'll be able to hear a difference. Here we go. We'll start with the Artura.
I know the seasons about to change. It's changing all around. I know the reasons you arranged. You're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that I've left in me. I'm alright, being away from you. I'll be fine, cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. You know I'll have this too, a little piece of you.
Trying to keep them as level match as much as possible here.
changing all around. I know the reasons you arrange, they're tearing me down. Where is the peacefulness of mine? Where will my heart come back to life? I'm alright as I pick up the pieces that are left of me. I'm alright, get away from you, and I'll be fine. Cleaning up the corner, put it back in order. I will always have this too.
So there you go. So there is a comparison between the three software 1073s and a Neve 1073 hardware unit in my 500 series rack. Let me know what you think below, and let me know what you hear. Again, hopefully you're listening to this on a good monitoring system. What I tend to hear, just giving you a point of reference, is they all sound obviously a little different. Where the hardware seems to be not as present, it's a little bit more rounded on the top end to my ear, and it sounds like it's a little more open to me, and maybe even a little bit wider. But it's, fairly subtle. I think for my ear, I think the hardware sounds closest to the UAD 1073. And then really close to that's the Artura. And then, as I said in the last video, the Slate FG73 to me doesn't sound as pleasing to my ear as the other three. If I had to rank them, I would say the UAD and the Artura are very, very close. The 1073 behind that as far as the plugins go. And then I think the hardware even sounds a little bit better than even the UAD. So that's just my opinion, but it's only my opinion. It's very subjective. I'd be interested to know what you guys think below. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you thought of this little shootout. If you found it fun, I could do more things like this in the future, trying to compare hardware to plugins. Leave comments below. If this is your first time here at Home Recording Made Easy, welcome to the family. I want to give you something for free. I want you to go check out homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I want to give you my 5 free tips to a professional sounding mix. Practical tips that you can apply to your next mixing project right away, free at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Just go to the website, click on the orange button, be delivered directly to your inbox. And until the next video, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I will see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.